Chapter 19 of Judges is so different, and it's so interesting the way it ends. Consider of it, take advice, and speak your minds. It is such a curious chapter, but it makes me think lots. It makes you think lots of things. For one thing, this guy's concubine played the whore and was in Bethlehem, Judah, 4 whole months, it says. And then he finally gets up and goes after her. And then he seems to be in a big hurry to go back. And the father-in-law keeps trying to persuade him to stay. And you wonder if things would have stayed the same if he would have just left in the first place when he'd intended to. Or if things would have been different than they did play out. Certainly the last day, he stayed too long into the day. The father-in-law kept him, it makes you wonder about the father-in-law too. I mean, I know that's not the point of the whole thing, but it just makes you think he must have been like a lonely guy or something, and maybe that's why the concubine went back, I don't know, and he went back and she went back and the old guy, was like, stick around just a little longer. And anyway, they carried on into the lateness of the day, and then they finally left, and then, the bad stuff happened. And it's just curious, but it carries on into chapter 20, which we'll go into next, of course. And I just want to point that out because you never can tell with this Chronological Bible. It might just go back to the beginning of Judges, which at some point it's gonna, because we only read to chapter 3, and then it went back, or jumped ahead to 17. I see it goes up to 21, and then, whoa, then it goes back to Judges 3, and then it's in Ruth. What? Goodness. Interesting. Okay, so the next thing you know, we're going to be in Ruth before you know it. I wonder what happened to the rest of Judges. I guess we'll catch up with it at some point.